Hi everybody, I'm Ryan, and today we're going to talk about tips and tricks for standard Izzet Prowess. We're talking about things that you should know whether you're playing or playing against Izzet Prowess in standard, starting with...
Look what I can do.
You can trigger Corey's Steelcutter off of a plotted Slickshot Show-Off. So if on turn 2 you plot a Slickshot Show-Off, and turn 3 cast Storic Corey's Steelcutter, and then you can cast the plotted Slickshot Show-Off, it'll trigger Corey's Steelcutter even though Slickshot Show-Off was for free, and you'll have a single mana open to either trigger the Prowess, counter removal spell, you know, whatever. It's a very, very powerful play and an extremely explosive turn 3 that's really hard to deal with for a lot of opponents. One of my favorite lines in Izzet Prowess is against temporary lockdown decks. In the mid game, if you're unable to kill them in the early game, often they'll temp lockdown away a bunch of your things, whether it be creatures, storm chasers, talents, you know, all of that stuff. During your opponent's end step, you can into the Flood Maw, the temporary lockdown, you get everything back, and then you get to untap and they are not summoning sick and you can attack. I've seen a lot of games against like Jeskai Control End with an end step temporary lockdown, untap, kill them. And that is a rough thing for temporary lockdown decks to deal with. Draycatcher gets incubation counters equal to the amount of damage it deals to the opponent. So if you Monstrous Rage Draycatcher, you can get a lot of incubation counters all at once and immediately get a bunch of Drakes. This is true for any Slickshot Show-Off deck. Plotting Slickshot Show-Off means that it can avoid sorcery speed removal, and the turn that you play it, you'll have a lot of extra mana to dump into dealing damage with Slickshot Show-Off, which is very powerful. And finally, sometimes you don't just jam Corey's Steelcutter on turn 2. Your opponents are often expecting it, but jamming Steelcutter on turn 2 gives them time to prep for a Steelcutter turn or even answer Steelcutter before you can trigger it. You almost always, unless you have literally nothing else to do, want to play Cutter on 3 followed by a 1-mana spell so you can immediately trigger Cutter after you play it, so you can always get value off of it even if they have a Braid. But those are some tips and tricks for Izzet Prowess in standard. If you like this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. Check me out on social medias. Links are above me and in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.